Okay, Miss Jones. Our testing showed that you do, in fact, have a hearing loss. How do you feel about that?
You know, I think that that's just kind of a bunch of crap, and, I think my hearing is just really fine, and I feel like everyone else is just mumbling, and they need to speak more clearly.
Okay, so am I hearing that everyone else is making communication difficult?
Well, I mean, it can't be everyone else. I mean, there are times when someone is talking right next to me or right in front of me, and I just really don't understand what they're saying.
How does that feel?
Well, I think it's really frustrating for everyone. I'm really embarrassed that I can't hear everything, and they're really annoyed because they have to keep repeating themselves. And, I feel like that's why I just don't talk to as many people as I used to, maybe.
Okay. Are there any other situations or emotions you can attach to difficulty hearing?
I think so. One thing that really comes to my mind is that I used to get together with my friends a lot for a book club, and I stopped going because I couldn't always follow their conversation, especially with some of the softer spoken women. And I was so embarrassed because they would ask for my opinion, and I would repeat something that was just said because I didn't hear it said. And it was just really embarrassing, and it made it look like that I wasn't paying attention or didn't value other people's opinions, and that really wasn't the case at all.
Okay. Your daughter told me that certain accommodations are made because you don't always hear well. How do you think things would go if they didn't do that for you for a week?
Well, I guess it would be, a little bit more difficult, but, I guess since they're obviously frustrated about it, that it might be better for them. But I imagine the loud TV and the shouting could be really stressful for them.
Yes, indeed it can be. Okay, so now that we know some of the difficulties and frustrations you've been having, on a scale of 0 to 10, which I left my scale over there, how important is it for you to resolve these problems and make your life better?
I think it would probably be about an 8.
Okay. What would be most important for you?
Just to make the family situation less stressful for them in the listening situations, just to decrease their stress. I don't want to portray my problems onto them. So.
Okay. And then on a scale of 0 to 10 again, how likely do you believe you'd be able to follow my recommendations, which may include hearing aids?
Maybe a 6 to 7. I just feel like they would be a real hassle, and you always have to change the batteries and clean them and stuff, and so I don't know, probably a 6 or 7.
Okay, well that's understandable, but I do just want to say that there are hearing aids now that are completely automatic and require very little manipulation on your part to make adjustments on the hearing aid. You would have to do all the cleaning and the battery changes, but as far as use of them goes, they're very quick and easy.
I just don't know about hearing aids. I just don't know about them quite yet.
Okay, well that's fair. Let's try something else. Let's weigh some of the costs and benefits of hearing aids for you. So what do you think are some of the benefits of not taking action and getting hearing aids?
Well, I think if I do get hearing aids, I think people are going to perceive me as older. So I guess that would be a benefit of not taking an action. They may not view me as an older, and they may not think of me as having a disability or dumb. And of course, the money issue. I know they're really expensive, so I would just have that much more money in my pocket.
Okay. What do you think are some of the costs of not taking action?
Well, that kind of makes me think of the family issues and the stresses and the emotions that they're causing them. I think that might be, it was just going to continue to have emotional and stress on my family by me not addressing my hearing loss.
Okay. What are some of the potential costs if you were to get, the costs if you were to get hearing aids?
Well, of course, the price is a huge factor for me, and again, people could perceive me differently if I'm wearing hearing aids. They would think of me as older and less intelligent and that I have a disability, so they need to treat me differently.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the price is probably the biggest factor.
Okay. All right. And what do you think the benefits would be?
Well, I definitely think there are benefits to getting hearing aids. I really enjoyed my book club, and I think that could be a huge benefit of me getting hearing aids, is being able to be back into that conversation and, hear what's being said. And I really miss that, and it was a really good time for all of us good friends to get together. And, of course, with my family, I think that would definitely help with conversations and decrease the stress of having the TV so loud. And, I do often feel embarrassed in conversations just because I'm missing out on stuff, and so I don't know what they're saying. And so hopefully, I guess maybe I wouldn't feel embarrassed in conversations with people.
Okay. So you think there could be some good benefits for you for wearing hearing aids?
Yeah, I'm definitely starting to see that. My family is really important to me, and I support and understand their opinions on why they want me to have hearing aids. And, since they've accommodated for me all this time, I just never really thought that I had a hearing loss and that they were just speaking gibberish. So.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear that you're thinking that maybe you could get some benefit from hearing aids. And since maybe you might still be on the fence, we can definitely do a demonstration with a set of hearing aids, and you could see what you think about them.
Oh, that's fantastic. I have no idea you guys could do that these days.
Yep.
I think that would really, really help me decide.
Okay, let's do it.